now when I think about or listen to an R. Kelly song, I think about him thinking about this with a young girl in mind. And that's really gross. And that's really disgusting. And I can't separate the two. I can't think of Bump and Grind anymore as his, ode to women of his own age anymore, right? Especially within the context of this article, which claims that basically this has been a chronic problem from the very beginning. And a lot of the information that is put in this article and that Jim DeRogatis has reported has come from court affidavits. It's not that he made the stuff up or that it was hearsay. At least from the person who accused him of something to him, it was said in court. It was put in court documents and made public records. So that's where a lot of the information is drawn from. So apparently there were multiple lawsuits and multiple accusations. And even more women, after he was acquitted, came out and said, man, I really wish I'd come out earlier to speak against him. He did something with me, and I really wish that I had spoken out so that we could have nailed him in court. And apparently he's settled a few lawsuits out of court as well, and civil lawsuits. So everything kind of points that there is something there of merit. To what degree, we don't know. So that again brings me back to my question of, what is the litmus test? What are the rules? What should be the rules when you need to separate the artistry from the artist? If they're singing about, let's say lizards, and or better yet, just thinking about dogs, right? DMX is probably a good example, right? DMX talks about gods all the time. DMX talks about God all the time, actually, but talks about dogs all the time. And then he turns around and you find out, he was raising pit bulls, and under his care, they were either mistreated, they were ignored or abandoned. In fact, I believe, and actually I'll check up on this. He may have even fought dogs, had dog fights. Can you separate that imagery from the artist? And I don't know what I don't know what the classification is. I don't know what the rules are for each one of them. But I would say at this point, for me at least, it's when your artistry involves your vice, and that's when you cannot do it. That's when it's almost impossible to do it. Or you as a person don't care. It's something that you either agree with or you silently condone. I believe the term now is cosign. You cosign, that activity. So if you're down with dog fighting, doesn't bother you, whatever. So I think that's where I want to go with this. Is it's got to be where you can separate the two if the artistry doesn't involve the vice. And when it does involve the vice, you can only separate it if you as a person condone it in some way, shape, or form, either silently or out loud. And I think that is the answer, at least in the short term. It's a very complicated answer, really, that I just boiled down to very simple terms. It's not cut and dry like that, but I do recommend you guys check out this article. Check out the Village Voice article on that. In fact, I think there are other links within this article to other information about R. Kelly. Again, I'm not an R. Kelly fan. Never have been from the very beginning. His music has never been something that I've been like, yeah, it's really good or it's really bad. I've just been kind of like, it's his kind of R&B, urban hip hop kind of thing. It just never really stuck with me. And especially after reading this, again, just like Lost Prophets, I really don't want to listen to him, at all. He was hot for a little while in the late 90s, early 2000s, especially when this broke 15 years ago. So it would have been 99. Jeez. So yeah, so late, 2000 through like 2003, it was kind of hot. So it was impossible to get around him. But, I haven't gone back and pulled up an R. Kelly song ever. I don't think I even own one, even accidentally. So, that's all I've got. I'm interested in hearing what your thoughts are on this article. Read it, check it out, let me know. Post your comments down below. If you've got any other information about R. Kelly in general, I'd love to know more about this. This is just a really fascinating read. It's sad in a lot of regards. I feel badly for those girls who say they were victimized by this guy. I've got my own thoughts as to his involvement, and I hope that they find some sense of closure in some way, shape, or form. And I hope that those of you who do like R. Kelly, speak your love. You speak it. If you like this guy, tell me why. Why do you support him? And do the events of what happened 15 years ago, especially after reading this article. Don't comment on this if you haven't read the article. And if you at least read the article, then you can comment. All right. In fact, I'm going to implore you to read the article and read the other links and the other evidence before you make your statement. But if you still support even after reading this, I'd like to know why. In a discussion, I'd like to really understand why, and why you're able to separate the artist from artistry. Enlighten me, please. Again, thank you for watching. If you can, please share this this video. Come by, visit some of the other podcasts that I posted up, and I'll talk to you later. Thank you.